I've sent hundreds of cold emails and they all got ignored until I started implementing the tweaks that I'm going to show you in this video. By the time this video is over, you will be well on your way to being a cold email player, because it is an art, it is a dance, it is a seduction. Because to approach someone and to want something from them, but then have them feel like you are the high value one and that they are lucky to have you emailing them, that is a skill set. These are going to just be rapid fire tips. No BS, no fluff, no context, no anything. It's what made the difference between sending hundreds of cold emails and getting maybe one lead, and nowadays only sending like 10, 20, 30 emails and getting interested leads right away. So pull out your PP, which means pen and paper, because we are going to dive right into it. Rapid fire tip number 1, you want to have a picture of you somewhere in the email, because this then makes you a real person in their world, and it separates you from just all the blank walls of text that they get sent every single day. Personally, I like to put it right at the end when I'm signing off of the email. Rapid fire tip number 2 is congratulations, because no matter what you do from here on out, you are now a specialist at whatever it is that you're offering. But if you just say that you're a specialist, you're going to be coming across as a tryhard, and anybody that comes across as a tryhard clearly needs something from the other person. So you got to be a little bit creative. You got to word it in a funny way. Here's an example of one that I sent recently: the bikini sales architect. Another one would be the software email salesman. Or another example, the personal brand email engineer. So whatever niche or whatever business you are outreaching to, find a funny way to frame it that you are a specialist without actually saying the word specialist. Orchestrator, conductor, architect, find a way to make it funny. Next rapid fire tip, very easy. I like to use lowercase emails, because every email that's in your junk folder right now, it's all using capital letters, it's all trying very hard. I've generated leads with emails that just say yo in lowercase as the title of the email. So yeah, emails with professional titles, it kind of just gets buried through all the other BS that's in there. Their brain just scans through what's in their inbox, and it's just going to look like everything else. But if you see yo in lowercase, or something funny, or something that's attention grabbing in all lowercase, it's going to stand out, it's going to get opened, which means it's actually going to get read, which is the whole point of sending the cold email. The next rapid fire tip is going to be to use humor. You want to interlace the value that you're bringing, you want to interlace the offer that you're presenting, and wrap it around humor, because people work with people that they like. And if you don't have a track record, then that means there is almost no advantage to you coming across as like the try-hard, proven businessman that's going to come in and take things seriously. With no track record, it just doesn't make sense to have that frame. It's not congruent. It feels weird. So here's a screenshot of an email that I sent. I'll write your next 2 emails totally on me, and after they work and bring in 2 to 5 times more cash, we begin our relationship working together. And if for some odd reason it doesn't bring in 2 to 5 times more cash, I will not be a crazy obsessed ex. I'll be more of a Casper, the friendly ghost, and we will part ways, never to see each other again. Fortunately, I've never had to play the role of Casper though. And I took some inspiration on this little segment from my friend Tej, and I'm gonna link his Twitter in the description. You guys should definitely check him out. This communicates so many positive qualities. One, it just communicates that you're a fun person. People want to work with people they like. People make decisions based on emotions. Anybody that's taking life way too seriously, because look, let's be honest, if somebody has a crazy track record, a $100 million portfolio of sales they generated for a client, do you think that person is sitting there grasping on for dear life, trying super hard, being super serious? They would be very carefree in their approach. Because people that are winning are fun. People that are winning are happy. People that are winning are high value, they're funny. They're very light in their energy. They're not dense. They're not taking things way too seriously. What this also does is it communicates that it's very low risk for them. They get the trial, and if it doesn't work, with humor, we've communicated that we're not going to blow up their phone. We're not going to try to close them super hard. We'll just go away if it doesn't give them a result that they're incredibly happy with. And then there's a little bit of confidence in there saying, fortunately, I've never had to play the role of Casper though. Okay, next rapid fire tip is, nobody wants to think. Nobody wants to set anything up. Nobody wants to do anything. Using words like that, you just got to be very careful with how you word your pitch. It needs to appear like you are some sort of magic fairy that's just going to swoop down and make their life and their business better with ease, without them having to think or do anything or set things up or try hard. It should not come across as the vibe that you're some child that needs them to set up these things to give you a shot. So be very careful in how you word your pitch. You want to avoid things like setup and all of that to make it seem like there's almost no effort required on their end because humans want to minimize time and effort. Next rapid fire tip, this should just be very obvious, but do not send them a freaking encyclopedia. Space it out, make it look conversational. Next tip, have a strong call to action. Don't just send an email and hope for them to reply and see how they react. Strong call to action. Hey, let's get on a call this week. Or hey, fill out this survey. Or hey, here's a brochure that I want you to look through before we talk this week. Again, nobody wants to think, everybody wants to be led by this magic fairy that's just going to come, swoop in, and make their life and business easier. You need to be that magic fairy. Make them not even have to think, where all they need to do is just type okay. And then boom, you're moving the relationship forward without them having to put in any effort. So have a strong call to action that's going to move the relationship forward because they want to be led by the magic fairy that is going to take them to the promised land. Okay, that's enough game for one video. And when done right, this is a very fun game to play. It is fun, it is profitable, it is enjoyable. And in case you didn't know, I have a website called use.co, and as you can clearly see, millions of dollars and some of the world's top engineers went into developing this website. When you click on School of Publishing, you get access and you unlock how to play this game, how to win at this game, and how to get clients. Seduction by email is not being taught at Stanford Business School. So if you are ready to have a beautiful fairy swoop in and lead you to the promised land, use.co is the place where the magic happens. Link is in the description, or you can just type it in. Thank you so much for watching the video, and let me know in the comments what you want to see more of, and I will see you guys in the next one.